Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tapo Bhikshina Papanam, Shantanam Vitaraginam, Mumukshunam Apekshyoyam, Atmabodho Vidiyate. So we are on the verse 47. 4-7. Samyak Vijnanavan Yogi, Swatmanyeva Kilam Jagat, Swatmanyeva Ekam Cha Sarvamatmanam, Ikshate Jnana Chakshusha. Samyak Vijnanavan Yogi, Swatmanyeva Kilam Jagat, Ekam Cha Sarvamatmanam, Ikshate Jnana Chakshusha. Samyak Vijnanavan, one who has got the firm abidance and the clear knowledge of the self, such a yogi, one who has united with the self, Swatmani eva akilam jagat ikshate. Swatmani eva means what? In his own self, he sees the whole world. Meaning for him, no more the world is existing in the world outside. It is outside, somewhere. It is not that it has got a separate, independent existence. For him, it is as if in his own self, the world is rising. Self means not the body, mind, not the personality. The pure knowledge, the pure consciousness. So, Mayyeva Sakalam Jatam, Mayi Sarvam Pratishtitam, Mayyeva Layam Yati. So his experiences in the self only, like the bubbles from the waters, the world is rising in him. That is how he feels. And ekam cha atmanam sarvam ikshate. And his own self, he sees everywhere. Meaning what? He somehow doesn't feel anything is anyam. Anyam means other than himself. Anyam. He sees everything as ananyam. Somehow, this is his vision. So, perfect oneness. For him, he alone has become everything. Like I told you the other day, the king who has entered into the palace of mirrors. So here, though he stands in front of the mirror, he sees everywhere himself. Similarly for this yogi, though people are appearing to be different, for him the experience is everything is himself only. Therefore, there is no sort of competition or no struggle. He is so peaceful at his heart. So, it is the experience of the infinite. Experience of the infinite. Meaning, his oneself is everywhere, everything. So that is his experience. Ikshate means he sees. How he sees? Jnana Chakshusha. Vimala Bodha Chakshushan Patolya. Here Jnana Chakshusha. Through his eye of knowledge. Arivam Vidi Tiravai Nijam Arivai Adaviriyam. So Jnana Chakshusha means not through his ordinary eye, physical eye, no. Jnana Chakshusha, the eye of knowledge. And knowledge itself is an eye. See, there, knowledge itself is an eye for him. I am not saying this. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, in Ulladinarpadi, he says, knowledge itself is the eye.
Eye
EY, I. Knowledge itself is I for him. From there when he sees nothing other than himself. Perfect oneness. So this is the acme of one's realization, one's existence. The vision of oneness. So this is gained through the Shravana Manana Nidhyasana, through the Tattvamasi Mahavakya Upadesha. When there is nothing, then there is no desire. When he is Purnam, then there is no desire. So therefore, there is no going or coming for him, because there is nothing other than him. Where will he go? Who will go? Where will he go? Oh, everything is over. And it is said, the Sukshma Sharira, everything is gone. His identification with the gross body also gone. Sukshma Sharira is gone. He is a pure self. That is how he is indicated in our scriptures. Ikshate jnana chakshusha. Atmai vedam jagat sarvam. Atmanonyanna vidyate. Mrudo yadvat gadadini. Swatmanam sarvamikshate. Atmai vedam jagat sarvam. Atmanonyanna vidyate. Mrudo yadvat gadadini. Swatmanam sarvamikshate. Atma eva idam jagat sarvam. Jagat sarvam. All this. Idam means this. All this indicated as this, as the world. Atma eva. Self alone. Atmanaha anya na vidyate. He sees nothing other than the Atma, the self. Like what? Mrudo yadvat ghadadini. Though pots are seen, it is not other than the mud. Any pot you take, it is not other than the mud. So what you see, even though you see different pots, actually you see only the mud. Because there is nothing other than the mud. The other day I told you, I am telling you there is nothing other than the mud. You are telling no, the pot is there. So now I will take away all the mud. Then you use your pot. So you cannot. Therefore, apart from the mud, there is no mud pot. So therefore, for him, the self alone is apart from the self. There is nothing else. Swatmanam sarvamikshate. So in his own self, he sees everywhere. Ikshate means he sees. So jnana chakshusha, through his eye of knowledge, he sees everywhere. So sun is on your face. A little bit you close it. Go that way. Okay. That's okay. Swatmanam sarvam ikshate. So, as we have seen earlier, when you identify with only one pot, then you are very limited. Only that pot you are. And the other parts we don't know. It's all stranger to you. But whereas when you identify with the mud, then you see, hey, all the pots are me only. What a vision. All the pots are me only. So this is his experience. So therefore we have to dive deep and reach the essence of our personality. That is the self. There you see there is nothing other than the pure consciousness. No matter where's the spirit, it is only the spirit, means only the Purusha, only the spirit, only the pure consciousness. Matter aspect has vanished into thin air, Maya Jala, Vittai, because that was only imagined all these days. What is imagined? the sense of otherness and the sense of separateness is imagined, that is gone. So even though you see everything as before, but still the idea is there is only the self, there is nothing else. You understand? This is secret, royal secret. Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam. Moving on to the next words. Jivan muktastu tadvidwan purvopadi gunans tyajet Satchidananda rupatvat bhavet brahmara kitavat Jivan muktastu tadvidwan purvopadi gunams tyajet Satchidananda rupatvat bhavet brahmara kitavat Jivan muktahatu, this Mahatma who is muktaha, free even while living. So this is the idea in our scriptures, Advaita Vedanta. The liberation is not after death, it is while living. So Jivan muktaha, while living he is liberated. Tad vidwan, that wise one, purva upadi gunan tyajet, he has given up all the identification with the purva upadi and all the dharmas of the purva upadi, the body, mind, etc. He has given up his association. And he doesn't anymore take the dharma of the upadi to be his dharma. So purva upadi gunan tyajet, the qualities of the purva upadis, the conditionings, he has totally given up. Therefore, how is he now? Satchidananda rupatvat bhavet. Now he identifies only with the Swarupa, Satchidananda Swarupa, which is pure existence and pure knowledge and infinite bliss. So since he has identified with that, he has become that. Meaning what? He is no more an individual. He is that self, that Brahma Tattvam, which is Satchidananda Swarupam. Satyam Jnanam Anantam. He has become that. How he has become that? A beautiful example is given. Brahmara Kitavat. Brahmara Kitavat means, see, Gurudev explains it in his commentary. The wasp, you know, wasp means, the Kulavi, in Tamil Kulavi, wasp. Wasp. If it stings, it's very painful. Yeah, it's called as wasp actually, technically wasp. Bee also you can say. Kulavi Bangar. Teni illa, Kulavi. Teni means bee. This wasp means Kulavi. No, ரொம்ப painful. Wasp. So, this wasp, Gurudev explains in his commentary that it builds a small nest made out of mud with a single opening, small opening. It keeps the worm. Worm means a younger one. Worm. It keeps that inside. And then it stings, it seems. It stings the worm. And the worm, pain, you know, it suffers. And then it goes and stands in the front of the entrance of that small nest. So this worm is always looking at the mother. When is she going to give the next sting? Like that, looking at the mother, the worm becomes the mother. Becomes like a wasp. So always looking at the mother with fear of the pain. So it is continuously watching the mother when she is going to sting next. So continuously looking at the mother wasp, this worm becomes another wasp. Likewise, this Mahatma, continuously meditating on himself, Satchidananda Swarupa, he becomes the Swarupa. What a beautiful example. That is how I wonder, Adi Shankara at the very young age, where from he observes all these things. Maybe it must be in our scriptures, I don't know. But this is a beautiful example. So, what you meditate, that you become. This is the truth. What you meditate, that you become. So, when you keep on, Yeah, correct. Correct. So, when you go on meditating on your own true self, you become that. Become that means you are already that. So, you know that you are that. So, that is how this unbroken attention to the self is very important. See, Gurudev in other place he has mentioned, by studying physics or chemistry or mathematics, you don't become that subject. You don't become. Thank God you don't become. Only thing is you know it and you can apply it so that it is useful in the world outside. Is that not so? But this knowledge, Brahma Jnanam, is very different. When you know it, you become that. See? It's something else. By this Atma Jnanam, it is not that you apply somewhere for some, convenience. No. You yourself become that infinite. So it is total transformation within. This knowledge, Brahma Vidya, is something different. It is not like any other Vidya. Because your inside totally transformed. From the worm, it becomes a wasp. So from a jiva, which is limited, you realize your infinite nature and you become that. Means what? You live that way. As the infinite self. Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. You become that. So that is the glory of Brahma Vidya or Atma Vidya. After studying Atma Vidya and meditating on it, if you don't realize your essential nature, if you don't abide there, then there is no prayojanam of this Vidya. So you have to become that, or you realize you are that. Like Kantabharanam, the lost Kantabharanam. You feel as if you have lost it. And then as if you have found it. It is actually always within you. You are that. So therefore, when you meditate on that, you become that. See, that is why these Mahatmas are worshipped. Not only they are preaching something wonderful, they are that. They are that, and they are one step further. Since they are not slipping away from that one principle, these jnanis are revered more than avatar purushas. Actually, Bhagavan himself has said, avatarana means coming down. From one particular position, you are coming down, it is called as. But they are not coming down at all. They are full of compassion and they are there, one with that. So, jnanis are very special, very different. And Bhagavan says, Ramana Maharshi says, for some reason he says, I don't know why, what he says, after the Videha Mukti, the body is given up, he says that body also becomes a temple of worship. He says that. It radiates so much of power, he says. I don't know about this thing of it, but he says, and I saw in Tapovanam also. In Tapovanam, the Jnanandagiri's Tapovanam also, it is written. He has said, this body should not be discarded just like that. It is a powerhouse of knowledge and energy and auspiciousness. So it has to be worshipped. So if you go and sit in front of the samadhi of a realized master, it's something else. It's very different. It's not ordinary. That is something else. So therefore, he becomes that. Like the Brahmara Kitavat, like this wasp, the worm which becomes the wasp, continuously meditating on the wasp. He meditates, the worm meditates because of the pain. But we have to meditate because we are mumukshus. We want to realize that. So continuously when we meditate, see, Oor Suttu Ulam Vidadu Unaikandadangida Un Alahi Kattu Arunachala. This Ulam, this mind, Oor Suttu, it's wandering everywhere. You know why it is not abiding in the self? It is because of you, or because of your this thing. Because you are not showing your beauty. If you show your beauty, will this mind ever wander? It will not wander. You are to be blamed. If I am not abiding in the self, it is not my problem. Because you are to be blamed. You are not showing your beauty. If the mind beholds your beauty, then will it ever wander? ஊர் சுற்றுளம் விடாது உனைக் கண்டு அடங்கிட உன் அழகை காட்டு அருணாச்சலா. Now you show your beauty, O Arunachala, so that the mind will just always, it beholds the beauty and becomes one with it. That is what in Arunachala means Akshara Manamalai. Bhagavan prays. So you show your beauty, O Lord, so that I lose myself and abide in you. I become one with you. So that is what is said. Brahmara Kitavat. Titva moharnavam hatva ragadveshadi rakshasan yogi shanti samayuktaha Atma Ramo virajate Tirtva moharnavam hatva Ragadveshadi rakshasan Yogi shanti samayuktaha Atma Ramo virajate Tirtva moharnavam. Moha Arnavam. Arnavam means ocean. We are as if deluded and we are as if drowning in the ocean of delusion. So, Moharnavam. Tirtva, having crossed this ocean of delusion, and Hatva, having killed whom? Ragadveshadi Rakshasan. Who are the Rakshasas here? Ragadveshadi Rakshasan. Our own likes and dislikes, Ragadvesha. They are referred to as what? Rakshasan. So, killing the Ragadvesha. Why to kill Ragadvesha? This Ragadvesha only creates samsara. Samsara swapna tulyohi Ragadveshadi sankulaha. So, therefore, this Ragadvesha is samsara. What is Ragadvesha? I like something and I don't like other things. When I like, I want to have it, or I give all attention to it. When I don't like, I don't care. So this is samsara. For that, first of all, you have to see something other than yourself. So delusion, moha, what is that? That is the imagination that I am this body mind and these things are other than me. So for everything, what is the root? Not knowing oneself and identifying with something else and then seeing something other. So after that is created, then because of the raga dvesha, there also you create division, saying that these are all mine and not mine. And then the samsara starts. So that is why it is that having crossed the ocean of delusion, having killed all the raga, dvesha, the rakshasan. So spiritual living is not to give in to raga, dvesha, but to rise above raga, dvesha. Irattaigal kadandu nil. You rise above the duality. Raga, dvesha is a very important duality. See, those days, they lived in a joint family. It's very hard actually. Hard means what? Pavam. The ladies only have to give up lot of their likes and dislikes. Because whatever is this thing of that head of the family, the writ of the head of the family, that alone, works. So they have to sacrifice their personal desires, personal likes and dislikes. They have to adjust with everyone and they have to live. So that was good for them spiritually. So less and less raga dvesha. But now, only we two of us, husband and the wife, and nobody else is allowed. Why? Because nobody can question us. We will go on doing whatever we want to do. We will not do whatever we don't like. And between husband and wife also, you should not ask me, I will not ask you. You go on doing whatever you want, I will go on doing whatever I want. Our private, our privacy should not be disturbed. My God, privacy. Those days, in a small house, 7-8 people also used to live. See, no bed and all, no cot, no nothing. We just on the hall only. We just like that in the mat. Everybody is sleeping comfortably. And only one bathroom. Everybody takes bath there. You know, life was good only. Though there were some little difficulties, but still. But now, you know, oh my God. Every room should have a separate toilet bathroom, attached toilet bathroom. And you don't want to share any space with anybody else. And not only that, even if you go out for a vacation, only my husband, my wife and myself. Not even the father, mother. Why? They will be saying this or that, don't do this, don't do that. No, no, no. We want to enjoy life. And if the one person is very dominant, like say, wife is dominant, husband is mellowed down. So whatever she says, he has to go along with that. Then there will be harmony. If both are dominant, there comes the problem. Both are having strong likes and dislikes. That is why it is breaking. Because everybody has got strong likes and dislikes. I cannot give up any of my likes and dislikes. Why not you give up? Why not you give up? Like that both of them, they fight with each other. Why not you give up? Why not you give up? But those who give up, they are great. Their own likes and dislikes. Those who sacrifice, they will never go to the dust. They are always great. So therefore, this is how it goes. You are not ready to sacrifice anything. So likes and dislikes. And you know what? Our children, nowadays only one or 1.5. So whatever you ask, it is given. Everything is given. Whatever the likes, it is all pampered. Dislike, okay, ma, don't do that. I don't want to prostrate to Swamis and all. Okay, don't do that. Whatever the child says, okay. Meaning what? You are doopam potte for this child's likes and dislikes. And that we say, oh, my chellam, my kutti, my princess. But that princess becomes a witch when she grows. My God. That is why the father always cries whenever the girl goes to the in-laws' house. He knows about the daughter. I am not crying for her. I am crying for you, he says to the husband. So that is why we should not go on pampering the child. Whatever it asks, you should not go on giving. See, it may be your only child, but these likes and dislikes, when it becomes so strong, that child cannot live peacefully when it grows. So therefore, you know what to talk. Nowadays, you know, everything is like that. That is why marriages are not lasting long. Both are very highly egoistic. So one more thing, Kanchi Periva says, when the child is given marriage very early, in a young age, the ego is not formed that strong. Actually, in a primitive way. That kind of age is not formed very crystallized. So it can adjust. At the age of 30, both are highly egoistic. They have got very strong opinion about everything, about world, about everything. They don't want to give it up. And when it differs very strongly, my God. If one is a leftist, another is a rightist. That is all. That is only Arnab Goswami's debate every day in life. See, you should mute it and watch the debate. The fun.
The education system is also helping.
Yes, it is also helping that only. Likes and dislikes. Everywhere. Raga Dvesha only. And even our own lives, if you see, it is all Raga Dvesha only. See, I told you now, you share rooms with your friends. Only you say whomever you are comfortable with. Raga, likes, you like, then we couple, we pair. This person I cannot stand. Let him go to hell. Raga Dvesha. Everywhere, whatever we like only, we want to associate. Dislike means we really dislike. We don't want it. In food also, everywhere. Food also. Everywhere, whatever I like, I want it that way. My way or hit the highway. So everybody is hitting the highway now. Nobody is in the house. Everybody is hitting the highway. So this raga dvesha, the rakshasan, one has to hatva, kill it. Then yogi shanti samayuktaha. Then there is peace. This yogi attains peace. Why? There is no likes and dislikes whatsoever, no vasanas within. So there is peace. Atma Ramo virajate. And he revels in his own self. Atma Rama. I mean, till this point of time, the Ajnani is reveling only in the world. For him, Sukha means what? Only in the world. Now, after that, he revels in his own self, because self is Anandamaya, Chinmaya, Anandamaya. So, Atma Ramaha, Virajate, he shines as Atma Rama. Atma Triptaha, Atma Ramaha, Atma Triptaha. He is so contented within himself. He doesn't seek anything outside. Nothing he seeks outside. He is so contented. And he revels within himself. He is not bored. See, this is very important. Last time when we were with our Swamiji, when Acharya ji, he said, see, whenever you feel bored, it means you have not understood anything about the self. You are not in the right track. You are not abiding the self. If you are on the right track, you can never get bored. Because self is such a wonderful thing, you can never get bored. That boredom, loneliness, this is all because you are going away from the self. You are so much identified with the personality, this ego self. If you cannot live with yourself, how can anybody live with you? If I am so bored with myself, I seek somebody else because I am bored. If you are such a boring personality, who can live with you? If you cannot live with you, who can live with you? So Atma Rama means what? He is self-contented and he is reveling in his own self. Therefore he radiates that kind of peace and joy around him. So people want to be around him. Because his Sannidhana is so beautiful. He doesn't disturb anybody. And he is not also disturbed by anybody. So it is said in Bhagavad Gita, in the 12th chapter, what is the Bhakta Lakshana? So Anudvegakaram. No, not Anudvegakaram. See, Yasman Lok Vijate Lokaha. Lokan Not Vijate Shayahan Varund. Meaning what? He doesn't disturb anybody unnecessarily. He is within himself. There is only peace in his Sannidhanam. So people are also peaceful. So he doesn't disturb any unnecessarily. And he is not disturbed by anybody. Whatever the provocation, he is not disturbed. So this is cool and peaceful he is. Cool within. Cool means what? Like ice, very cool within he is. And very peaceful. See, when you are disturbed within, you can only disturb others. Only when you are peaceful within, others will be peaceful around you. Because your agitation is very contagious. Not only that, because of your agitation of the mind, you hurt unknowingly or unknowingly. When you are peaceful, then there is peace around. That is why I saw one saying in Guruji's table. The beauty of the inner beauty of a person, is reflected in the smiles of the people around him. The inner beauty of a person is not reflected in the smiles of his face. The inner beauty of the person is reflected in the smiles of the people around him.
Beauty lies in beholder's eyes.
That is one thing, but what I am trying to say is something else. If a Mahatma is there, if everybody around him is peaceful and joyful, then he has really evolved and he is somewhere. But because of your presence, everybody is disturbed and wants to run away, then there is something wrong with your presence. That is Raga Dvesha. and jagada, always fight. Reactions, strong reactions, So, that is why Atma Ramaha means he is within himself satisfied. So, he doesn't disturb anybody, he is not disturbed by anybody. So, this is a Jivan Mukta Lakshana actually. Bahya Nitya Sukha Saktim Hitvatma Sukha Nivritaha Masuka Nirvritaha Ghatastadhipavat Swastaha Swantareva Prakashate Bahya Nitya Sukha Saktim Hitvatma Sukha Nirvritaha Ghadastadhipavat Swastaha Swantareva Prakashate. See, it should be split this way. Bahya Anitya Sukha Asaktim Hitva. Hitva means giving up. Bahya Anitya Sukha Asaktim. See, this Sukha which we get from the world outside through our contact, through the senses, is Anitya Sukha, is fleeting. Is that not so? For just a momentary. Anitya Sukha Asaktim, and we are attached to that. Asaktim is attachment. We are so attached to that sense pleasures, we are unable to come out of it. But this Mahatma, Hitva, has given up all the attachment towards the external objects and the sense pleasures. And Atma Sukha Nirvrittaha. He is very satisfied with Atma Sukha. Because that is infinite actually. This Sukha is infinite. And the quality of the Sukha, you cannot compare it with any Sukha. See, that is a quality, na? You go to an ordinary roadside shop and eat idli and chutney. And you to a very authentic place and eat idli and chutney. Both are idli only, looks like idli only. But it is not same. See, that is why yesterday I was wondering. Yesterday our cook was preparing chapatis for you, na? I was wondering, is it a chapati or not? I was not knowing. Because for North Indians, this is not a chapati actually. It is something in between. Something it is. Because that chapati is something else. Our kamta, our priest will never touch it also. And whatever we make as that kurma, they don't even touch it. Like we go, sometimes in the North Indians out of over enthusiasm, they say, Swamiji, we are making idlis for you. You should not fall for it. You should, no, I like only chapatis, rotis, please make it. Then you are saved. If you say, yes, if you say, you will be very disappointed. You will get an idli, but with that you can break your head. Similarly, when you go to Jaffna, you should not drink coffee. My God, the first day I drank it, but they don't filter it, it seems. You just gulp it. And as a Swami, you should not react also. Like that you have to remind. And then afterwards, I developed a strategy. No, I don't like coffee at all. Only tea I drink. Tea is the best option there in Sri Lanka. If you out for coffee, especially in Jaffna, you are killed. Then afterwards, you will never drink coffee anywhere. Sorry. Is that out of first-hand experience I'm speaking, huh? Not from the books. So, he has forgotten his question now.
No.
Yes. Tell me.
Swamiji, so I'm sorry, I disagree. Because I noticed authentic place and roadside place. If I'm really not eaten and very hungry, I enjoy a roadside place much more than if I am not so hungry and going to authentic place.
No. See, what I mean you don't understand. What I mean is, sometimes you go to roadside place, they give it for very cheap. So the chutney will be running and all those stuff. But if you go to the very authentic, what I mean is, some Brahmin hotels are there.
Exactly.
That the idlis and chutney very tasty. Like that authentic place. See, we are now getting lost in idlis. So what I am saying, the quality of bliss, that's what I was talking about. So the quality is something else. You cannot imagine what this is about. This bliss is about. Whatever we get through the world, that quality is something else. But this bliss, it is something else. So therefore, he is so satisfied with it. See, I am to be blamed, I only digress, not this Mahatma. So he is very satisfied with the Atma Sukham. And how he shines? See, this is a very strange example given. Gadastha Deepavat Swastaha. He remains in his own self like what? Ghadastha Deepaha. As the lamp placed within the pot or jar, within the pot. Meaning what? That lamp illumines only that space within, because it has nothing else to illumine. It is kept inside a pot. So from his standpoint, he is very contented. He has no Bhakya Vishaya to illumine. So he illumines only his own self, in the sense he has nothing to illumine. That is what it means. He has nothing to illumine. He remains as his own self. See? Gatastha Deepavat Swastaha. Swa Antareva Prakashate. Meaning Antareva Prakashate means what? Within himself only he revels. And in his vision there is nothing other than himself. So it is Swayam Jyotihi. It illuminates itself, and he is not even aware of the world which is outside, because for him there is nothing other than the self. So Ghatastha Deepavat Swastaha. He is placed in his own self as if a lamp is placed in the pot. So meaning he has nothing else to even look at or enjoy. He has nothing except his own self. Therefore he revels in his own self. Self-contented. So yaar vambukum pomatam. Meaning what? He will not go for anybody's business. He doesn't. He minds his own business. If somebody comes and asks very genuinely something, he may help. Otherwise he will not go and help also. Why? For him, he is in his own world, his own self. But somehow, if somebody approaches him sincerely and asks about this Brahma Vidya, Atma Vidya, always he is ready to share. That is one sign of all great Mahatmas. Always they are ready to share liberally. Not they want to keep anything within for themselves. Because there is no ego that way. They are ready to share liberally. Only thing is we have to approach them with Shraddha Bhakti, with reverence. And they are ready always to give. Give in abundance. You should not go and ask them for food or for shelter or for other things. Because they themselves are, pavam. You should ask them about the real knowledge. They are always ready to share. But before that, they should be convinced that you are a genuine person asking for the real thing. Because there are so many curiosity mongers. They chumma come and they disturb their peace or disturb them. They don't want such things. If you approach them, they are ready to share and guide also. Once when there is that mutual understanding or the love and respect, then there is no end to it. They take you to the other shore. They carry you to the other shore. That is their greatness. But we should not judge them. Why? Because when they express through the body-mind, they may express in very, very different ways. We don't know how they express. We should not judge them. We should not label them. We should just surrender unto them. And then they beautifully take you across. That is their glory. That is their greatness. That is the Mahatma, real Mahatma. So, Swa Antareva Prakashate. He shines within himself. Upadhistopi tadharmaihi alipto vyoma vanmunihi sarvavinmudavatishtet asakto vayuvaccharet. How beautiful, see? Upadhistopi tadharmaihi alipto vyomavanmunihi sarvavinmudavatishtet asakto vayuvaccharet. This is the mark of the true Mahatma. This is the mark of the true Mahatma. Upadhistaha api tadharmehi aliptaha. Even though they are also seen to be functioning through the upadhis, like us, through the body mind, tadharmehi aliptaha, they are not tainted by the dharmas of those upadhis. Even though they may be acting, but they are not tainted by their actions. See? Aliptaha, they are not tainted. See, as long as they are living, Jivan Muktaha, they are living, they are also functioning to the body mind, for us at least to perceive. So, you can even understand the Brahma Jnana, but not the Brahma Jnanis. They are very different. Each one is very unique and very different. You cannot compare. So therefore, even though they are functioning through their upadhis, in whatever way, but they are completely untainted by the upadhi dharmas. Untainted. Vyomavat munihi, like space. Space is not tainted by anything, whatever is contained in it. Ganga Jala also is there, and also the Jala from the ditch also is there. It is not tainted. So, Vyomavan munihi, like the space, this muni is not tainted by anything, howsoever you may express. He may give you galis, he may use bad words, but he is not tainted. You know the famous story, no? See, the Gopikas, they wanted to take food to this Durvasa Muni. He was in an island. Island means in the midst of some sort of a pond or a lake or something, and he has ordered the food to be brought. You know Durvasa Muni, no? If you are delayed, you are gone. So the Gopikas, they brought food, it seems, but the Yamuna was in spate, so much of flood. So they were not knowing what to do. So they approached Krishna. Krishna, now what we will do? Because if we go late, that Maharishi, Durvasa, he will curse us. Then Krishna said, you tell the Yamuna, if I am a pure brahmachari, you have to give me way. What, Krishna? Yes. So they went and said, if Krishna is a pure brahmachari, give me way. So the Yamuna gave way, it seems. And then they went and served food to Durvasa Muni. He ate like this, full he ate. And then they have returned back now. Then they asked Durvasa Muni, what we will do now? He said, you tell Yamuna, if Durvasa Muni is fasting today, give me way. Upavas, fasting. So when they said that, Yamuna gave way. They could not understand. Number kannu munnadi, in the front of our eyes, they were eating like anything. The Durvasa was eating. Meaning what? Even though they were doing something, they were not doing. They are not tainted by any of the experiences. We can never understand. See, this is not a license given to a sannyasi or a mahatma. Whatever we do, we are not tainted, so we will do anything. It is not so. But for a Brahmajnani, this is true actually. You know.
For Upavasi also.
Wow.
Upavasa.
Upavasas. Staying close. Upavasa. So therefore, he, like a space, not tainted by any of his actions. Even though he is in the upadhi, he is not tainted by the upadhi dharma. Right? He may be appearing to be laughing or sometimes very grumpy, but no, he is not. He is somewhere. But the body mind may express in whatever may be the reason, may express in different ways, but he is beyond. And see, these two lines are very important. Sarvavit mudavat tishtet, asaktaha vayuvat charet. Sarvavit, he knows everything. He is a knower of all, but mudavat tishtet, he remains like a fool. Moodavat, like a fool, he remains. Meaning what? He is not showing off his knowledge. He is full, nirai kudam. He is full. Therefore, he is quiet. If you approach him, when he starts sharing, then you are amazed. Oh my God, such a great master. But at the outset, if you look at him, moodavatishtet, like a nothing, like a illiterate, like a moodha, he remains. If he is not in a mood to share, he really acts like a moodha also. I don't know anything. I don't know. He acts like a moodha also, to keep people away. Moodavat tishtet. Asaktaha. He is not attached to anything. Therefore, vayuvat charet. Like a wind. He moves anywhere, everywhere. Vayuvat charet. Free. He is a free bird. He is not bound by anything. Asaktaha. He is not bound to any place or any person or anything. He is like a real free bird. He is not attached to any ashram. He is not attached to any temple. He is not attached to anything. Vayuvat charet. And he moves like the wind. How beautiful, even to imagine. Sarvavin moodavat tishtet. Asaktaha vayuvat charet. So he is free like a wind. He moves everywhere. And he is also called as Bhalavat, Unmattavat, Pishachavat. Unmattavat means like a madman. Why mad? Because we don't understand him. His existence we don't understand. So whenever we don't understand, we label the other person as mad. Is that not so? Actually, we are mad. Because he cannot understand our position. Why these people are like this? He cannot understand. No, he understands. He is full of compassion. He has walked through the path. But we can never understand his position or his status. So, like Moodavat, he is not like a, what? Like a Unmattavat, like a madman. Balavat, he is so cheerful always. He doesn't worry about anything, about the future or the past. He doesn't brood over. He is just cheerful in the present moment. For no reason he is happy. This is very unique. The children are happy for no reason. You observe home today in the evening. He comes dancing, happy. He is given his food or snacks or whatever. He is contented. And holiday, no school after half early. So he is happy, jumping, smiling. And we need some reason to be happy. We should hear some good news. Hey, you have got the lottery. We will throw a party now. Something we have to hear some good news from somewhere. If we hear a bad news, we are gone. But this Mahatma is happy for no reason. He has nothing as possession. He is not involved in any other activity to be successful also. But still he is very cheerful and happy. See, actually this made me think actually. When I was young, when I was associating the Swami, he lived in a small hut. Only once he eats. In his room only there is a mud pot, some books and 1 or 2 clothes. That is all his possession. And the mission was giving 500 rupees every month. Every month, only 500 rupees. And he has to come to the city and go every weekend. And he has to eat and he has to live with that 500. I am talking about 20 years back. But you know what? He is always cheerful and happy. No confusion in his mind and no mood swings at all. Always the same. And you watch people around you. They have everything. They are earning a lot. They have people around them. Everything. But always complaining. Always sad. Quarreling. Then you wonder. They have got everything but still they are very, very dissatisfied. Unhappy. But here is a Mahatma who has nothing but is cheerful. What makes him cheerful? What is that because of which he is always happy? Never complaining about anything. What is that? Then you understand he has found something which is independent of all this. And he is reveling in that. So for him nothing, whatever is there is fine, not there also is fine. Because he has found something fulfilling within. So what is that which is fulfilling? That is the question. The Atma, the self, the truth is fulfilling because it is infinite. It is independent of everything. So then the quest, what is this truth? Can it also make me fulfilled? So this is the quest. Otherwise, you are always here only, chumma, earning and spending and fighting with each other, cutting throats to come up, trampling everybody. And when you come up, you find it is not worth it. What have you achieved at the end of the day? Nothing much. Some vanity maybe, oh, I have this, that, everything, but nothing much. So therefore, Sarvavin, he has mastered all the scriptures. He knows the self, therefore he knows everything. But Moodavatishtet, he doesn't display his knowledge. Moodavat is very simple, down to earth, unassuming, and Moodavatishtet, like any other, very common. Moodavatishtet, and Asaktaha, he is not attached to anything. Vayuvacharet, he roams like a wind. He cannot be caught.
Is there any difference between Sarvavit and Sarvajna?
What is that?
Is there any difference between Sarvavit and Sarvajna?
Sarvavit means he knows everything. Sarvajna also knows everything. Same. With also knowledge only. With to know. The with root is to know. One who has known everything. Sarvajna also is same. Upadhi vilayad Vishnau Nirvishesham Vishen Munihi Jale Jalam Viyad Vyomni Tejas Tejasi Vayatha. Upadhi vilayad. When all the upadhis are transcended, Upadhi vilayat, or when all the upadhis are destroyed, Vishnau nirvishesham vishen munihi. So in the Vishnu Padam means all pervading. Vishnu means all pervading. Nirvishesham vishen munihi, he enters into that Padam, which is nirvishesham, where there is no differences whatsoever between the knower and the known, or among the knowns also. Nirvishesham vishen munihi, he enters into that Padam where there is absolutely nothing other than the self. And how he merges? Jale jalam, like the water merging with the water. Vyad vyomni, like the space merging with the space. Like tejaha tejasi, like the light merging with the light. Yata, like that, he merges with his own true self. So what is that? How it happens? We shall see it tomorrow. Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudhachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.